Hey, how's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. It is Friday. It's always a good thing. I took a shorter day today. I pretty much caught up on all of my, at least landscaping at all of our locations. So I took a shorter day today, um, which I'm entitled to once in a while. I don't do it very often, very rarely. Normally, the only way I do it is if it's like weather related and I get completely rained out. Then I have no choice. But a lot of times, even if it's raining, as long as it's not pouring, I'm still out there doing stuff. And you got 9 restaurants to keep up on. And if you do the math, work 5 days a week, 9 restaurants. Try to keep up on them week to week, so you gotta make concessions here and there and stay pretty busy. I work 12, 14-hour days. So I started my weekend a little bit earlier than I normally would. Because probably next week, I won't be able to do that. Anyway, before I get into unboxing of what I got today, I just want to take a moment to express my condolences to the band Linkin Park. I'm sure anybody that's been online has seen and heard the news that Chester, unfortunately, it appears right now. I mean, he's gone, and it appears as though he took his own life. I know they're still gonna. They're still waiting for the autopsy report, and they're doing probably an investigation into it, because there are some people that aren't, it's just too many similarities between him and Chris Cornell. And, I mean, I don't know what to believe and what not to believe, but I just, I find it hard to believe that he would have done that. I don't know. Which obviously, I was blessed to be able to see, not only see Linkin Park many times since the Hybrid Theory album came out like 20 years ago. And for 5 or 6 years, I was a member of the LPU. And I was really lucky, in 4 different occasions I got to meet the band. And Chester was one of the coolest musicians, and singers, people in that limelight that I can honestly say I've ever met. And I mean, I haven't met a ton of bands or musician stuff, but I mean a fair share, and he was definitely one of the top as far as being so laid back and inviting and welcoming of everybody. He didn't care who you were. A lot of times you don't see that, especially as celebrities get farther and farther and farther. I'm not saying, most of them are pretty cool. Because I have met quite a few going to like cons and horror conventions, Comic Con, stuff like that. But every once in a while, there are some that you can tell that the fame is kind of giving them a big head, and they don't truly acknowledge their fan base like they should. That's not the case with Linkin Park, and especially Chester. I mean, there's no doubt if you're a fan of Linkin Park, and you've been to their shows, or you've seen interviews with them and so forth, that was top priority for them, is letting their fans know how much they're appreciated. So I commend them on that. I'm hoping that a lot of bands continue on even after something like this happens. Maybe not right away. I mean, I certainly understand if they took a little bit of time off. But at the same time, I also understand if they chose not to. And honored. Some bands have done that in the past where they've had a tragedy. They don't take any time off. They go right back to it, and kind of in honor of that person. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. My daughter and I actually had tickets to go see them on their new tour. They're supposed to be starting here in a couple weeks. So, I mean, it definitely won't be the same, obviously. But I know from following them for, like I said, it's been 20 years since Hybrid Theory came out. And over that time, as they've gotten bigger and bigger, they have had multitudes of musicians and singers work with them or express interest in working with them. They've done collaborations, and there's any number of... Hey, shut up out there! Hang on. There. Stupid ass dog. But I would think that they could find somebody to not necessarily take his place, because that won't ever happen, but to fill his role, if they wanted to. I mean, I would expect that they will, as a band, they will continue on. Like I said, if nothing else, I'd like to see them maybe postpone the tour, at least for a little while. If not, maybe till next year, and try to book the same venues and maybe honor the tickets that were already purchased. I know, here lately, the last 10 years or so, that's a lot of times when bands have to reschedule shows or something. That's what they do, is they honor, instead of reselling tickets and doing refunds, they just say, hold on to your tickets and it'll be honored, when we come back. So, but to the members of Linkin Park, my heartfelt condolences. Chester will be missed. I was a big fan. And, I'd say their latest album, wasn't real sure about it when the first time I listened to it. But it's grown on me now. Actually, I do like it. I think it's on par. It's a different style and it's a different feel. It's a different direction. But I think as far as the quality, it's still there. The lyrics, the messages in the songs, and of course Chester's vocals were, on point, as they always are. So if you haven't seen it, it's called One More Light. Check it out. But anyway, enough about that. I finally got my comic block. This is the comic block for June. Yeah. From what I understand, they were having some issues with the vendor, one of the items or a couple of the items or whatever. So I think what they were talking about doing was to kind of make up for the delay. Was they were going to take a couple of the items that were supposed to be in next month's box, put them in this one, and then maybe add a couple of things to it, which is really cool. I can't for the life of me remember what was supposed to be in here at all, because it's been a while. So hey, we'll all be surprised. So yeah, so it's been a while since you see me do an unboxing video, just because I don't need this, and my full moon box are the only ones I really get right now, because money's tight. And I'm gonna have to. I've been trying to contact Full Moon a number of times because I'm supposed to be getting one more box from them in my subscription. The last one I got was in May, so I mean it could be maybe they're just running behind. But the few occasions I've tried to contact them, I haven't heard any replies from them. I've heard some people say that that's kind of the norm, so I hope not. I'll keep trying. We'll wait and see, I guess. Alright. Well, I don't feel like there's nothing like anything real big in this box. I thought maybe there'd be like a Funko Pop or something in here, but there isn't. Anyhow. let's start with the shirt. Alright, the shirt is good. Doctor Strange. Pretty good. Obviously, that is it's a licensed. It's a Marvel. It's probably, I'm going to assume it's probably an exclusive that was done for Nerd Block and for In the Comic Block. And obviously, that is not just the comic Doctor Strange, but that is the movie with what is it? Benedict. So that's pretty cool. I like the color too. It's always nice when you don't get just a black or a white shirt, but you get some color. All right, I think the rest of this is like all comics, at least what I can tell. So we'll see what we got here. Okay, first up is one that I've never heard of, which if you watch my other videos, it's surprising because I haven't really, years ago I was really into collecting comics, and then I kind of got out of it. I sold most of my collection, which, sometimes when money gets real tight, you got to make sacrifice, and I did. I kept 100 or 150 of them out of the probably 600-700 that I had, and I've slowly started accumulating through the comic block. But this is Captain Canuck. It's like season 3, issue number 1. So obviously it's been around for a little bit, but it looks like this is a variant. It's got the presented by Nerd Block on it. So said I've never heard of that one. Alright, next one. This one's not even in a bag or anything. This is from, and these are from Chapter, it looks like Chapter House Comics. It must be an independent label. This is another variant. Phantoma. Pretty cool cover. Alright, next. And we'll look at that in a minute. I don't know what that is. Alright. This looks like it might be the same publisher. The Lost Fleet Course, looks like Corsair. Kind of looks like an Iron Man type person. It's got the little presented by Nerd Block on it, so it's probably a variant cover also. It's amazing they get so many. I mean, it's not necessarily amazing, but it's cool that they get so many variant covers done for their block. Alright, this looks like a little mini comic, sketchbook, X-Men, Danger Room Protocols. So, that's different. I like the X-Men. I saw that, I just read something about, because the Gambit movie has been kind of in limbo, and I guess Channing Tatum was somebody, I forget which site I was reading it on, but they had got a few minutes to talk to him at San Diego Comic-Con, and they were asking him about Gambit, and he said, yeah, it's it's still on there, actually working on it right now. Now, what that, whether that's pre-production or whether they've actually started filming, I don't know. And when I first heard Channing Tatum, I was like, I don't know about that. But then the more I kind of look at him, and I look at Gambit, I mean, he does have kind of the general appearance that Gambit. I mean, I could see if he's in like full costume, he'll probably, at least from a physical standpoint, he'll probably look pretty good as Gambit. But we'll wait and see. But I'm gonna say I always liked Gambit. I always thought he was kind of an underrated character in the X-Men universe. So it'll be good to see, a movie. All right, here we go. This is a special 3-issue collection, limited edition, presented by Comic Block. Just called Super. That's a thick comic right there. Which it probably would be because it's got 3 freaking issues in it. So, and again, these, except for the X-Men one, none of these are like ones that I've actually heard of. Alright, let's see. Anything? No, that's everything in the box. And the last thing we got is, it looks like a little puzzle figure thing. I don't know about this. What the hell did it do? There you go. There, it's Wonder Woman. It's a little metal. It's made out of metal, like perforated metal. You take the pieces out and you put them together, and it makes there you can see on the back. It makes like a 3-dimensional little block-looking Wonder Woman figure. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, it's neat, I guess. I mean, overall, I wouldn't say I'm disappointed with the Comic Block. I mean, it's got, it's got the comics, got the shirt. I like the shirt. But I guess I was just with it being delayed, by a month. I was expecting there to be something more substantial. Like I said, I would have loved to have seen like a Funko Pop in there. But overall, I mean, it's still decent Comic Block. I can't say that I'm disappointed with it, because it has introduced me into some new comic characters that I've never heard of before. So, but we should be getting like, I think they said that this one was actually going to be shipping out shortly before July's gets shipped out. So today's the 21st. They normally ship around the 25th. So I'm thinking it'll probably be about another 2 weeks or so before I maybe get the next one. So we'll wait and see what the next one holds. I was kind of surprised they didn't have like any little cards or anything in the box either. So wasn't bad. Wasn't one of their better ones, I can say that. And like I said, I was expecting a little bit more since it was here so late. But I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, because I've been thoroughly impressed with all the ones before this. So we'll hope for it even better next month. That's it. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get a hold of Full Moon Direct or Full Moon Entertainment, or whatever, whichever one you actually contact about their mystery box, and see where the hell my last one is. I mean, I hope I don't have to resort to like going through like a Better Business Bureau or something because they're not sending my last box. But we'll wait and see. So stay tuned. If you're watching this on YouTube, then keep an eye out. Maybe, hopefully, here soon I'll have my last full moon mystery box to do. If not, I'll probably see you in a couple weeks with the next comic block. Everybody, take it easy. Have a great weekend. Unless you got to work all weekend, then sorry. Don't work too hard. But if you don't have to work, definitely get out and enjoy it. I know here in Ohio, I think they're calling for like spotty rain, but the temperature is supposed to be a little bit better. And thankfully, this next week it looks like right now the majority of the work week's supposed to be fairly nice and a little bit cooler. It's only going to be like in the 80s compared to the last couple of days. It's been like in the 90s with a heat index of like hell and tarnation. Fire and brimstone. Unbearable. And my freaking air conditioner crapped out. I mean, well, it turns on. It's just the fan's not around. I'm thinking there's a belt or something that's slipping or broke, and I haven't gotten around to trying to open it up and figure out what's wrong with it. So I just use the regular fan, just blowing right on me. Makes it a little bearable. Could still be better though. Alright, well, that was it for that. Was the comic block for June. So, everybody take it easy. Alright, I'll see you later.